Alright, so here's a little tips video. Thought it might be fun to make one that pertains just to all the goodies you can get inside the asylum before you actually exit out and get the adventure started more properly. There's a lot of good stuff in here, so let's get started. Alright, so you're in your jail, you unlock. And now the first thing you want to notice is there are obviously the things on this guard you can get, which you might as well grab everything he's got. You're going to need, to get at least basically armed and a little bit of armor, even if it's not the greatest, because you got nothing but your bare skin. Now, Caradoc says go left. Don't do that. First thing, look down here and you can get that little bowl of food. So you've got a little bit of healing right off the bat. Next is to go right. So we'll just walk on down here. And our buddy Caradoc has already done us the favor of putting this dude out of commission. We've got a couple of things here. We've got roast, so a little bit more food. Some moonshine, we're going to need that in just a bit. Ale, we'll need that. Our menhir figurine. Now this is probably the most important thing to pick up in this little area because, let's take a look, it's a consumable that will give you +5 health permanently. So, don't want to miss that. And then we get our coin purse here with a little bit of money. And then this guard. Get that guard's key, get the coin. The rest of this stuff, we're just going to find this garbagey gear over and over again. There's a rather rude book here. You can read it if you want. I'll just take it. And an arrow that we can use, especially if you're gonna, be doing ranged fighting here inside of the asylum. Oh, now over here, cooking for the resistant. This is very useful because we just unlocked several basic cooking recipes. And we get some soup. We get our first set of lockpicks, some cooking and crafting reagents, and hey, we might as well go ahead, go over to recipes, and we can cook our beggar's fare and some mashed potatoes, so we have a little bit more healing to start with. I'll just go ahead and craft all of that. All right, and that's just within the first, minute or two of playing. We've got all this stuff just down the way here. Oh, and then we can go ahead and open the cabinet now that we've got our lockpicks. And voila, we've got more coins and mana potion. Fantastic. Alright, so where do we go next? Well, we picked up that guard's key. I believe, of course, we can check this dude. Always check all these bodies. They'll generally have coins on them. Let's see if I can get that arrow. Use the guard's key. And now we have access to more food crafting mats. We've got that. Oh, I don't want that stuff, but anyway, grab this, we'll grab that. Check all the barrels, check all the boxes, grab everything. You don't really need that stuff there. The old letter, I forget what that does, but mainly getting that guard's key before you leave this area. Pick up all this stuff. We'll need all this stuff for crafting here, and just a few minutes. Of course, we want to unlock this. More potions. I don't know if this is generated randomly. It might be. I should probably reload. Oh, that's right. There's the shield. There we go. So at least we've got basic armaments, weapons. Now, one thing, it's kind of a dark, like, not well lit game, or at least this section isn't very well lit. So make sure that you move up and down, side to side, to highlight any anything on these shelves you might not notice passively just looking at it. And then, of course, make sure you look at all the sacks. All right, so there's our first bit of stuff. You can go through these. Oh yeah, if we go down here, after raiding that place, we'll get our first little fight going with this Jamoke. Hello. Yes, this now. When you rush in for your first fight, this parry message is going to pop up. So, you know, be ready for that. Okay, hey man, come here, you. Come here. Yeah. There we go. All right. Coin, dagger. The red priest stuff is actually worse than what you're wearing. You want to take these brains. You can actually use that as a crafting item. Most of this other stuff is just junk. I've never known any use for it so far. Now, I'm not too far into the game. I'm about 24, 25 hours, maybe a little bit more into my main playthrough. But yeah, we want to make sure we go over here, take that dude out, get that parrying message out of the way. That way it's not you know, surprising you when a more challenging fight starts. Oh, I don't remember going down here. What's down here? Oh, mushrooms. Okay. Now, there are some other places here that I want to go to in a minute. But, let's just take a look here. Oh, yeah, it's just not much to this at all. I guess just highlighting that you can crawl down these holes. These are just prisoners. You can unlock them and talk to them. I'm not going to bother doing that because that's not what this is about. You can use the jail key to go into these places. Oh, right. Yeah, there's another health potion. Another book. I don't think these... Yeah, there's really not much to these other jail cells. But, you know, again, some of this stuff might be random. I'm not entirely sure. But we'll get on to the more predictable things here now that we've got the basics to get started. Oh yeah, one other thing. Make sure you're running, right? You want to run all the time. Okay, and oh yeah, use your dodge to get out of the way of this stuff. These guys, for zombies, they've got some excellent jumping capability and speed, which is yeah, see, that's why you want the beggar's fare, right? Oh, that's right. Maybe I should just go back now that I'm thinking about it. I picked up all that food and see if I can cook up a few more goodies before I go forward. Because here at the start, obviously, you're not going to have access to a lot of you're not going to have access to a lot of healing otherwise. And food here at the start is going to be your most reliable and plentiful form of healing, especially if you're playing the game for the first time and getting used to the controls and how the game works, and you're getting hit a lot. Now the thing about food, if you noticed, it doesn't fill up your health bar immediately, so you got to be a little bit careful about that. All right, now you want to take out these idiots because let's see. Because you want to get in here. There's a little bit of stuff to get in, get out of this room here. Wow. Woo! Yeah, they are whooping on me. Whoa! Wow, power attack. Thank you. Jeez. Come on. It's gonna suck if I die. Woo! Oh yeah, make sure you get the spoiled blood, monster blood, all that stuff from these guys, because it is another crafting mat. So you want to check the shelves. There's always some kind of crafting mat on the shelves. Now these Red Priest gauntlets are better than the wraps that you're wearing. So that's a little bit of an upgrade. You can use this knife as a weapon, actually. So I'm going to switch over. Actually, I have a proper dagger. I'll just use that. But you could use the knife as well. I'm just going to drop that stuff. You can also go dual wielding if you like. Most of the Red Priests have daggers on them. These guys don't, but yeah, that's alright. There's another little idiot down here, so I'll just try to sneak up on him and... Ooh, yeah, sneak attack, nice. Get that coin, spoiled meat. It seems like junk, but you'll actually want it later on. And then this door leads into this room. You got more stuff to read. More crafting mats, another knife, I'm not going to pick that up. Another shelf. Just make sure to, move up and down and, highlight anything that you can't see clearly. Alright. Just keep moving here. Remember, you want to keep running. That'll keep boosting your athletics. Now, it might be easy to pass this by, but there's this hole in the wall, right? And right next to it is a pickaxe. Grab that. You'll want it later. The other thing here, before you go to this door, just, I sneak. I don't think you really need to, but it is a chance to kind of boost up your sneaking skill a little bit.
Sage and alcohol.
Hang out here.
Simplest recipe.
Listen to this dialogue. It's going to unlock a recipe for you. And then grab the laboratory key. And also don't forget to get your arrow. And you can just sneak away from there. Run up. If you didn't hear that dialogue, make sure to read this, because you unlock small health potions and mana potions. Open the door and get ready for some fighting. Oh, of course I kind of overdid the running there. I'm gonna put another proper thing to get rid of that. And let me do this. Oh, another thing you can do if you want to work on your two-handed skill. Say you're gonna, go for a two-handed build, because this game with your weapons and magic and all that stuff is a learn by doing system. You can actually use the pickaxe as a pretty effective two-handed weapon, which will come in handy later on near the end of this little tips video. All right, and I'll look for, I don't know, something better to put in my right hand here in a moment. All right, now this guy here, well, you've got this stuff. Burning Ember, there we go. Got a spell. All right, we'll put that spell on. Oh, don't forget, in your quick slots, you need to go in and populate them with your potions. And the autofill slot will just refill generally food as you use it up, and those food items are removed and then replaced. Okay, so we've got more health potions. Get the blood. It's gross, but you want to pick that stuff up. Now talk to this guy. He's not dead.
You're not.
Okay, and
There's no.
I'm just gonna go through this real quick. Talk to him, blah, 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 blah. You'll find out all this stuff. I don't want to spoil too much, but there's really not much to spoil in the prologue anyway.
Please.
Okay, if that's what you want, man. Here, let me get my stabby stabs out. There we go. Don't forget to grab his tag. You could grab the pants too. They're better than what you're wearing. So, we're all about improvement as much as we can out the gate, and we're going to get some serious improvements here in just a little bit. Stuff that it's actually going to serve you pretty well well into the beginning of the game. Alright, don't forget to unlock this stuff, grab everything. Remember, you want to look at all the shelves up and down. Grab everything and read. Now these jars, you'll have to grab them first to grab these bits and pieces that are laying on the table there. I'm going to just drop this junk because I don't want to carry it around with me. I think that's it, yeah. That's it for this stuff. There's a drill and it's just general junk. Look at the shelves. Alright, yeah, read everything. A lot of this stuff unlocks various recipes. Over here, you've got your alchemy bench, so you can go ahead and start crafting. Now, if you're playing on controller, you see how this is highlighted. If I want to make mana potion, I've got to press A and then start crafting. So it's shift over, highlight it, press A, and then craft. And then if you hit X, it's going to let you craft multiple of that item. And I'll go ahead and I can only craft one of those, and then I'll just craft one more. And you can see my alchemy's going up. This is learn by doing. It's another way to get XP as well. Check out all these corpses. They have random, corpse crafting materials. All right, now we can go down here, and there's a lot of stuff to do, but you want to go through here. I say go through here first. First, because you just got a lot of stuff that you can pick up. If you want to get a little bit more prepared. This is usually just junk. It's jars and cups and stuff that's pointless to drag around. But all these crates, all these sacks, make sure you check them out. Look in there. See if there's any food or other goodies floating around. Read that stuff. Just read all the books. If you don't want to actually read the text, which the text is interesting, but if you don't want to, just make sure you're unlocking all those crafting recipes. Alright, so let's go in here. We'll deal with this idiot.
Your sins will be punished.
Oh, shit. Alright. Ah!
The prophet
Damn.
wants you dead.
Ah!
You've sealed my holy
Yeah, see, you need that. You need those healing potions, especially if you're a bad player like me, Okay, these guys got daggers. I'm not going to drag around all these daggers and read that stuff. You can go in here and talk to this guy. I don't think he has anything in particular other than, you know, lore stuff. Oh, you can lay down, and that's one way to get health back in a pinch. Mana. Alright. Now that place where we found the pickaxe, you can mine through this rock and get into this room as well. So that's another way in here. Here's a spell. So blood transfusion. I'll go ahead and equip that. Actually, I like dual wielding. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave that open for getting a bow and arrow. Okay, you can read all this stuff. Lore stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, nothing else over here. So this place is cleared out. Now, if we go back out, we go down this tunnel. You got to crouch down to get in here. Don't forget the mushrooms. Haven't found a use for them yet, but you know, if you can pick it up and put it in your pocket, then it's probably what you want to do. Okay, so if we go over here, we got another person to talk to. We can talk to this guy.
I've already told you every...
Okay, whatever. Now, you can unlock this gate. It's not too difficult, but honestly, there's a lot of stuff to unlock. So I'd conserve, because there's another way around. I mean, this guy, I guess he gave up. He's like, nah, I can't bother, you know, crawling out this hole. Okay. If you go down this tunnel, this is going to give you the alternate way into that other hallway. Get your mushrooms. Shortcut to mushrooms. Now, there is something else you could do. I'm going to fight these guys, but if you go through... I wonder if it's better. Maybe if I do this... I'll just do this anyway. Alright, if you go through that door with, you know, the bummed out guy who's given up, and you unlock it, instead of going around through those guys there, if you don't want to fight them, there's another way to deal with them. Now, hopefully, I can unlock this without going through all my picks. Hey, look at that. I'm awesome. Okay. So first off, see that blue bottle? We want that. We do. Now this is where I might eat up all my picks. And this is why I was, you know, hesitant to, see? It's a hard lockpick, right? Oh, shit. Alright. Getting impatient. 11 left. Come on. Come on! There we go. We got it without using too many. Alright, we need the lockpicks. Don't do that. Don't do what I did. Don't get impatient. Here's your first respec potion. So if you're not happy with your build, or you want to change things, you can respec in this game. That's your first respec potion. You'll find others, you can buy others, it's fine. Now, see this guy here? Be nice to him. This guy will go clear out that other room full of guards. If you don't want to fight them, he'll do it for you. That's what we're going to do here. So I'm going to talk to this guy.
And who the hell?
He's kind of a prick.
Then why are you dressed well?
Just say, let's see, what were they doing to you? Nothing good. What's your name? Tell me about the tribes. How'd they get you? Just pick all the choices that don't lead you to fighting. First of all, because he'll just wreck you. Second of all, because He's gonna clear out these bums for us.
Get the hell out of here.
Alright. So these guys don't have anything. It's all junk. I mean, unless you're like a, hoarder, loot gobliner type. You want to drag all this shit with you and, sell it to the merchants later on. But, I mean, you only have so much capacity. You can go in here. You can talk to this guy. He's nuts. The other thing you want to save your lockpicks for is here. So we really want to open this door. God damn it. Yes! Alright, because we want that crafting material and we want our first magic ring. Fantastic. More health. And as you can see from my gameplay, I need it because I get hit a lot. Alright. So our grumpy bare-chested friend was cut loose, and I should keep running. You can talk to these people. They're all nuts. There's nothing in here. It's just junk. Not even junk. Alright, keep going this way. Through here. And don't forget to check every bag. Check every shelf. Grab all the things. Get that. Bone meal. See, I can't even see, right? But as long as I keep... I've adjusted my brightness, but it's a really dark game. In more than one way. Alright. Brains. We want the brains. Brains. Notice I'm not being attacked. Now this room was full of guards just a moment ago. But, our berserker buddy there went and, well, he put these guys out of commission. Get the blood clot. Get the monster blood. Get the bone meal. We're going to need that here in a minute. Check these dudes. Check these dudes. Okay, yeah. What else? There was something that was popping up here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now, we're going to go down there in a minute. There's some good stuff down there. But, make sure you open up all the cages. Check the bodies. You want that stuff. See? Dead. Get the coin. And make sure you check all the tables. Grab all this stuff. Read this because you got a new alchemy potion. Oh, we can cook. Can we cook anything? Yes, we can. Beggar's Fare. Let's get it. We need more of that. Open this up. Check the body. Don't care about that stuff. Let's see what else. Nothing here, nothing there. Oh, what was that? Oh, medic saw. No, that's just junk. Okay, we'll go through there in a minute. I don't think there's anything in here. No. Check the shelf. Nothing. But let's come over here and we'll make a bloodsucker potion because why not? And more health potions. And let's make more mana potions. Make as many as we can. Get that alchemy rising. I think I checked all the shelves here. Yeah, okay. So, now we've got our first little boss fight. Alright. So we follow the trail of blood all the way down. Let's switch this. Get that ready. And we jump down here on the pile of bodies, which acts as a great cushion. Okay. And we're going to need lockpicks. So don't burn through all your lockpicks in a rush like I do. Or, you know. There we go. Save Scott. Don't break it. There we go. Yay! Okay. So we go through here now. There's a trick. I was watching Wolfheart talk about this. That's where I learned this trick. I didn't find it myself. I'm not that inventive. Make sure you have some kind of ranged attack for this, right? So you got this dude. Well, you'll see in a minute. You got Fists of Fury here, doing some, I don't know, workout. There we go. I'm not going to spoil the cutscenes. Thing is, you can sit up here and shoot this guy all day long, and he can't get you because, I don't know. We'll just sit there with the bombs.
To the abyss.
Of course, I gotta wait for my mana to regen. Hang on a second. I'll just
Prophet wants you dead.
the prophet wants you dead. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm just gonna. Oh, I guess I can't stand up. All right. Hey, idiot. There we go. All right. As you can see, you just stand up and shoot this guy. And it takes a while. There.
You're dead.
Speed this up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Yay! I win. You lose. And we get a magical helm and another ring. Excuse me. All right. Let's equip our new stuff. Look at that. Reflects melee damage. I'll take that. Reminds me of Master Blaster from Beyond Thunderdome. And more stamina. Why not? Alright, so we're already getting a bit more equipped. Oh, one thing. When you're searching these crates and boxes and stuff, if you're playing on controller, be careful not to like keep smashing X, because as soon as you pull out the item from the crate, if you keep smashing X, you're going to start burning through whatever's in your consumable bar there. So just kind of tap on X and quickly grab up whatever it is you want out of the box, and then keep going. Don't keep tapping X. I've burned through so much food and other stuff by being impatient and repeatedly hitting X, and it's really annoying. Okay, next up, we've got this NPC here. This is another person you want to be nice to. So when you're going through your dialogue with her, make sure
stay back.
To pick the nice options.
From a safe.
And how did
Same
you
as
get
I was
caught?
kept with one of the priests. I don't know.
Okay.
They play with is a
Devour them, whatever. Now, choose this. Here, this should help speed up your healing.
It should.
Because
Still, thank you. They wouldn't be very
she's
good.
a nice person.
Why
and-
I hate.
She's going to give you a mana ring. So if you're going to do casting, you're going to want to put that on, right? So we've got a stamina, a mana, and health rings to choose from. Fantastic. But we're not done yet. This is just the starter zone. So we've got a few more goodies to get out of here before we move on. All right. So you go to the back here, make sure to grab all those mushrooms, right? Shortcut the mushrooms. You can ride the elevator up to the top. Be careful, again, if you're playing on controller, make sure you're well off of the elevator and that you're looking at the door. Otherwise, you'll inadvertently hit the interact key and A, and it'll take you back down, and you have to go slow ride down. Alright, so we're back here. Get a shovel, grab that. Make sure I always make sure to have a shovel and a pickaxe. There are plenty of opportunities to use both all the time to gather various resources. Alright, so this is the end of the hallway from where we came out of the... or we went into the laboratory. We picked up the key from this dude. So this is going to take us closer to the end of the asylum. Now, you're going to come down here. You can go through here, pick up this stuff if you want. We're actually going to end up coming back through here later, right? Oh no, that's right. That's the, yeah. That's the place we were just in with all the guards where the berserker guy took them all out for us. Now, you could just go kill them yourself and get some more XP and combat practice. But, you know, I think it's useful to point that out that you don't have to. Alright, we'll get the bow. Remember to pick up the arrows if you see them. You can cook at this cook pot. I can make some more mashed potatoes. Might as well do that. Let's just see. Am I carrying too much junk? No. This is all pretty relevant, useful stuff. I don't think I picked up any junk. You can hit the right stick, and that's what will cycle you through each category of stuff. The first place I look for when I want to decide if I'm going to throw junk out is Other. Other is where you're going to find spoons and mugs and plates and crap like that that you really don't need. Alright, now, Caradoc's there. You can go talk to him if you want, but there is one more useful thing to get down here. So go all the way down, 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 through here? Yeah, that's right. Down, 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 down to the door. Unlock with the guard's key. That's why you want the guard's key. And you've got this guy. Now, I'm going to use my pickaxe on him. I think it's the most powerful weapon I've got. So there's a cutscene. I won't spoil it. And then we'll fight this dude. Use your dodge. Oh! 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 Whoa! Yeah, this guy's got some power to him. Ah! Ah! Oh, okay. Maybe better to use magic. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck on the rocks. It's easy to get stuck on the rocks. I don't like fighting him in there. I'd rather just kind of kite him up the steps. You get a little bit more room to use your dash. Oh shit. Alright. This guy is a menace. But I took him out. Yay! And we get another thing here to read. A broadsword, and more importantly, the grief-torn armor. Better armor. Wear it. And we're going to keep that. I'm not going to read this stuff. You can read that on your own. Oops. Okay. So, there. Look at that. We've got a better helmet, better armor, some magic rings, even okay pants. I don't know if there's anything else in here. Let's see. I think there is a little bit of stuff. Like I said, make sure to just check everything here. Check everything. Check the bodies. The medic's drill and stuff like that's just whatever. Who cares? Nothing there. What do we got? Red guards, armor, doesn't matter. Glass bottles, that's junk. Check the bodies here. Check this dude, nothing. Okay. Alright. So there's not really much in here other than the wailing, whatever the hell. Forget what's down here. Let's see. What's in here? I think this just takes you back to... Yeah. Her. Okay. So... we get another ride on the elevator. To wait for that. It's a pretty fast elevator, so it's not too obnoxious to have to wait on, but... you know. Okay. Up we go. Now... oh. That's right. Let me go ahead and equip that bow. So now I've got all the options, right? I'll go ahead and just put the magic on here too. So we got both magic spells. And we're pretty well equipped. Not bad for being just going from a lowly prisoner to decently armed. There are a few more things to get out of here before we leave. Alright, so we'll talk to this guy.
I'm told this
Let's
path
go.
leads to the beach.
Okay, great.
I'll wait for you there until dusk.
Okay.
Good luck.
I don't know why you won't just go with me, but fine. Get the mushrooms. 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 Right. As always. Check all this stuff. Now, oh, see, that's an example of junk. So I'm going to drop that. And, drop these jars. That is literal garbage. Alright. And we've got another baddie to deal with down here. This guy is a pretty bad attitude. Right. Forget if he's... right. Yeah. Mana regen. Get those bleed stacks. Good thing about the, was it transfusion? Is that what it's called? Yeah, blood transfusion. It adds bleed stacks, which are pretty effective on zombies and other fleshy creatures. Obviously, it doesn't work against skeletons, so, you know, no surprise there. They got no blood. Alright, obviously you can't go this way. It's walled off. You can't go that way, although I think there might be something to read here. Yeah, read that. It'll tell you that you can't go that way. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Now, there's going to be a long kind of cut sequence coming up. Oh, make sure you grab all the arrows. Early on, arrows are kind of hard to come by if you're doing archery. So, early on, as I mean before you get to the first hub town. So, useful to pick up all those wooden arrows. Okay, nothing here. Got this. There's another little bad dude up here. Where is he? Oh yeah, pick up this stuff too. Make sure to get that glowing stuff. I don't know. You know these kind of games. Pick up everything. Everything that looks like you can craft it into something, you want to get it. You know that. I don't need to tell you. The burning. Okay. Dodge. Burning. Dodge. Okay, mana regen. I don't want to burn through all my mana potions right away. Oh, wow, I took a stab right to the face. Good thing I've got my thorn helmet. Can reflect that damage back a little bit. More burning. Go. And he should be dead. Yay, level 2. So you can hit level 2. You don't have any way to capitalize on it, but you can do it. Alright, now I'm going to use the magic of editing to get past this, so I'll see you all on the other side. Alright, we're back. Okay, so next thing, don't forget to look down here. Grab your Ring of Protection. Okay, we got that, telling us about our new groovy power. And now we can cross the bridge. Alright. Cross the bridge. And we're getting near the end of the asylum dungeon. I actually like the way that they've set this up as a really nice tutorial, right? It's a good way to ease into the basics of playing this game. As usual, if it's glowing, get it, right? There's a couple of these things to pick up over here. You can read the wall. I'm not going to bother with it. It's more lore stuff. Books, you got to read. You got to make sure you read the books, because that's where you're going to learn all kinds of goodies. Now, remember I said pickaxe is useful. I'll show you why here in a minute. I was watching Fleekazoid, which is highly entertaining, and if you don't know what Fleekazoid is, you should really look up his channel, because man, that dude is funny. And I watched him just take this guy apart with the pickaxe. Now I'm going to use the King's Power and pickaxe this thing. Right? Chunk, chunk, chunk. Chunkity, chunk, chunk. I guess I'm, wow, how am I missing? Man, I mean... Oh, there we go. What? What is going on? There we go. Alright. So, the pickaxe... I saw Fleekazoid take that thing apart with the pickaxe like it was nothing. I don't know what happened to me. It didn't work out quite the way I thought. But anyway, we got our final ring. So what do we? How many rings do we have now? Right, 5 rings. That's pretty good. Covering basically everything. This is really useful. The encumbrancy ring. So all useful stuff. So this is all the stuff that I picked up out of the asylum, not counting, well, I guess including the potions and food that I crafted. But you get all this stuff, things that are relevant later on.